Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to use the statistical package software Minitab to identify all that information that we just identified by hand. Okay, we identified the mean by hand. We know it's 18.175. We know the median is supposed to be 18. We know the range is supposed to be 15. The standard deviation is 6 point something, and the variance is what was that, 41 point something or whatever, and then n wound up being 8, okay? But I'm going to show you that you can do all of that with the statistical package Minitab. And trust me, when we do it in Minitab, you're not going to want to do it any other way. You're not going to want to do it by hand ever again for the rest of your life, okay? So I've got a procedure, a step-by-step procedure here. Now this procedure assumes that you have already logged into Minitab, that you already know how to log into, and we're going to use the web-based app of Minitab. And I do have a video on it, about 2 minutes long, so if you haven't logged into Minitab yet, you definitely want to watch that video, okay? All right, so step one is log in to Minitab and select blank project. All right, so I'm going to go into Google here, and I'm going to type https:// let's see, it's licensing.minitab.com. All right, so we're selecting blank project. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select in any of the columns. We're going to select the first one. In any column, we're going to enter the data values from top going down. All right, so we got 12, 22, 14. So here we're going to select this first column. It's called C1. We're going to go 12, enter, 22, enter, 14, enter. And now we've got 26, 25, 26, enter, 25, enter. And then 12, 23, 11, 12, 23, 11. And you can see that we have 8. It's down to row 8, and so we know that there are 8 of them. Okay. All right, the next step is select Stat, then Basic Statistics, then Display Descriptive Statistics. So up here, we're going to go to Stat, Basic Statistics, Display Descriptive Statistics. Then we're going to click on Statistics button, on the Statistics button, and check Variance and Range, and then click OK. So we're going to click on the Statistics button, then we're going to check Variance, and then we're going to check Range, and we're going to click OK. Now, we're going to click on the column name. For us, it's C1, and it's in the left box. So we're going to click on the column name in the left box, and in our case it's C1, and then we're going to click Select. So we're going to click on C1 and then Select, and it's going to put our column name here under Variables. Then we're going to click OK. And then at that point, you should see displayed all of your statistics. We're going to click OK, and sure enough, there's all of our statistics. And let's see here. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the mean X bar, and look right here, it says mean, and sure enough, 18.125. All right, so we're going to put here 18.125. We already knew that because we found it by hand, but we're just sort of proving it now. We want the median. The median is 18. The median is 18. Good. The range, look at that there, 15, just like we knew. The range is 15. All right, standard deviation. Now, ignore this one that starts with an S. It'll throw you off. Just ignore this for now. We don't need that right now. We need this one, STDEV, standard deviation, 6.446, just like we found previously. And then variance right here, 41.554. Now we're going to 3 decimal places. This says 5536, but we're going to 3 decimal places. So that 6 is going to round this 3 up to a 4. So 41.554. Okay. 1.554. And lastly, our number of observations, n, and that's right over here. Now they're giving us a capital N, but it's the same thing as lowercase n for our purposes, and that's an 8. Right. 8. Okay. Excellent. And this is how we use Minitab to be able to identify our descriptive statistics. Okay. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to do another example. All right, so here is a data set, okay? And what we want to do is we want to use Minitab to identify those descriptive statistics. So what I would do right now is I would maybe pause the video, and you could either write these numbers down or you can split your screen and go back and forth between entering these data points in a column in Minitab and then doing that whole procedure that we just did, okay? And that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. Watch this. I'm actually going to go over here to column C2. So I'm going to use the same, we can have this data right here and we can ignore it and we can just use a different column. We can even use this column or this column or this column if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and use C2. Okay, that's all of them. Now I'm going to go up here to Stat, Basic Statistics, and Display Descriptive Statistics. Now, because I don't have to go into if I go into statistics here, you'll see that I still have variance and range still selected because I haven't closed out of Minitab. It remembered my selection. One thing I do have to do though is I have to get rid of the variable, the column C1. So I'm going to hit delete on the column C1, and then I'm going to select C2, and I'm going to hit select, and then I'm going to hit OK, and look at this, it's going to give me my descriptive statistics. And so my mean X bar, I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit here, it's hard for me to see, it's really tiny. My mean is here we go, standard deviation, sorry about that, I meant mean. I looked at do not do the standard error of the mean. That we're going to learn about that in several lessons later, not now. Ignore this number. So the mean is 7.017. So X bar is 7.017. Okay. And then we want the median. The median is 7.55. So the median is 7.55. Now we want the range. Okay. The range, I'm going to have to zoom, I'm going to have to move over here a little bit. There's the range, 8.3 is the range. Okay. The range is 8.3. And now we want the standard deviation, 2.517. So standard deviation, 2.517. The variance, S squared, is 6.336. 6.336. And then the sample size, or the number of observations, is 12 observations. 12, okay? And that is it. That's how we use Minitab to identify descriptive statistics.